When a developer or neighbor is causing damage to your property, what do you do? That's what a family in Matthews is asking after issues with flooding in their backyard. WCNC Charlotte's Julia Kaufman finds answers tonight.
Recent heavy rainfall caused flooding for residents across the Charlotte area this week, including April and Sayer Nixon's backyard in Matthews. We first brought you this story after the weekend storms. The couple now saying this river of mud is part of a much bigger problem they've been dealing with for a while.
It's been a challenge.
They blame a nearby vacant lot uphill from their home for causing erosion and damage over time.
From this cleared property, you see a big path there where it eroded and dumped all this stuff right through here.
Worrying the land doesn't have proper flood mitigation and prevention, they asked WCNC Charlotte for help.
It's created a nuisance that's destroyed our property 2 times.
Here's what we found. North Carolina law requires developments larger than an acre to obtain erosion control permits and install measures to prevent off-site sedimentation, which Mecklenburg County says it regulates. But for properties smaller than an acre, there are no state requirements, and it's up to the builder.
Hopefully, you would approach the neighbor first and ask them in a neighborly way, hey, is there something that we can do to stop the runoff?
Attorney Gary Monty says in these situations, it's best to work with your neighbor to find solutions. But if necessary, legal action could be taken.
I'm your neighbor. I have to use reasonable care with what I'm doing on my property. And if I don't, then I can be liable for that.
With the county's hands tied, officials tell WCNC they agree that residents should work together. Otherwise, court may be the only answer. We've reached out to the landowner, but have not heard back. Julia Kaufman, WCNC Charlotte.
And county officials say they are investigating the Nixon's complaints and will decide whether to cite the nearby developer.